Today I'm going to be talking about orexin. There are two main forms of orexin. Orexin A, which has 33 amino acids, and orexin B, which has 28. As you can see, they're both dominated by an alpha helix secondary structure, with orexin A having a longer random coil segment at its end terminus. Orexin is a neuropeptide, meaning it's a short-chain polypeptide that acts as a neurotransmitter. Orexin is synthesized within neurons, which are the cells that make up the brain. It acts as a ligand that binds to receptors within the cell membranes of neurons. I'll go into the specific biochemical functions of orexin in more depth later in this video. Orexin has several important physiological functions, including regulating the sleep-wake cycle, stimulating appetite and food intake, regulating alertness through the autonomic nervous system, and a variety of other hormonal endocrine functions. Today, I'm going to be focusing on its role within the sleep-wake cycle. Meet T-rexin. T-rexin stomps around the brain, creating quite the fuss. When it reaches a neuron, that brain cell becomes super alert and it uses a lot of energy. T-rexin is very hungry, and it demands that the brain eats food. T-rexin goes to bed at night though, which means it's really important for keeping the brain awake and alert, because if there's no T-rexin, the brain thinks it's time for bed and it goes to sleep. This is great if it's actually time for us to go to sleep, but if T-rexin is always gone, that causes a lot of issues, the main one being narcolepsy. 7 out of 9 people with type 1 narcolepsy have no detectable orexin A in their cerebrospinal fluid. Narcolepsy results in excessive daytime sleepiness, including sleep attacks, and cataplexy, which is a sudden loss of muscle tone, especially in response to strong emotions. So why does this happen? Well, when orexin binds to its receptor, this causes an excitatory electrochemical cascade. Basically, what this means is that the receptor is bound to another protein called a G protein that's on the inside of the cell membrane. So when orexin binds to its active site on the receptor outside of the cell membrane, that G protein is released and it causes a cascade of signaling events that eventually lead to excitation of the cell. The excitation of multiple of these types of neurons in certain areas of the brain is what regulates wakefulness and sleepiness. But if orexin is never there, it can't bind to its receptor, and the lack of activation means there's no excitatory cascade. The cells think that no excitement means bedtime. So if orexin never shows up, now the neurons think it's bedtime all the time, which is not good, and that causes narcolepsy. That summarizes the biochemical function of orexin within the sleep-wake regulation cycle. Thanks for watching.